What's going on, y'all, and welcome back to another Epic 7 video. It's patch preview day. Unfortunately, the Lilias and Choux previews will not be out, but stay tuned because we're going to go over what they revealed to us, including the Lilias design. We have a little cutscene here for her, little animation, and I do want to cover Choux's skills and a few Q&As that I've been getting asked a lot about in terms of who to summon for, who to save for. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let's go ahead and check this out first, and then we'll check out the patch preview. Alright, so this is a Night of Last Succession PV. I love these, by the way. I think they're just too short, though. We got like a little banquet hall. A lot of familiar faces.
It's time for me to make my move.
Guys, I think they... Man, that's the only thing, right? These are just so short, but this looks so good. All the characters we got here. Familiar faces, right? And then, I think Lilias looks amazing, and also her voice.
It's time for me to make my move.
Sounds so good too. All right, let's check out the patch preview. All right, y'all, I got the 1 minute summary loaded up. There's honestly not too much in here until Smilegate reveals the skill sets for Lilias and Choux. Be aware though, we will be covering right after this quickly Urban Shadow Choux' entire kit, her skill 1, skill 2, skill 3, because we actually do know it ahead of time. I was hoping to watch it with the full animations today, but for some reason Smilegate really likes to stagger the skill releases. And so if you guys weren't aware, in the past we would have live streams around this time where we would have the patch preview and they would give the full reveal, the trailers, all the animations, the skills, the character reveals themselves. And that was really hype, but you know, Smilegate has kind of changed the way they do things. Now we just have a 1 minute summary, and that's about it. But yeah, stay tuned because we're going to talk about Choux's entire kit as well, Urban Shadow Choux. So let's go ahead and watch this video real fast. I took a quick glance. There's really not too much, but there are a few things I want to talk about, especially with Midnight Gala Lilias. So let's pause here. New side story, Night of the Last Succession. We got like some bougie, very aristocratic setting. It looks really cool. The new hero Midnight Gala Lilias looks amazing, and now we finally know her element, her class, and her artifact. We have the World Arena schedule and the new epic skin. So just a quick PSA, guys. RTA is ending very, very soon here, I believe already this week. I think Saturday. So make sure you guys lock in the rank you want. If you're going for the epic skin, remember that is master rank. So start playing now and make sure you guys account for decay, right? Because you will lose points, so you might need to double check on that. Make sure you lock in whatever rank you're going for. That's last call. It's already ending now. After that, what do we have here? We have the Guild Wars schedule. I think it's officially starting. We have the round mode update. I don't know. I guess this is a lobby thing. And then other improvements. Okay, so not too much in this update summary, but there is stuff I want to talk with y'all about. So we did watch this preview, right? You saw Angelica there. Few other characters too. Lilias and her voice looks amazing. We have the new side story, Night of the Last Succession. Man, look at that look. And then here we go, guys. Our first big information reveal for the character Midnight Gala Lilias. And if y'all weren't aware too, this was actually a contest. So if you guys didn't know, if you're new, Fairy Tale Tenebria was actually a similar character to Midnight Gala Lilias in that they were both fan-made submissions, meaning the Smilegate asked us, the community, to submit like designs for characters, and Fairy Tale Tenebria was actually a popularity vote way back when. And Midnight Gala Lilias, I think they did a vote, right, guys? Those of you that know, I think we were able to vote on these, but it was less of a popularity vote, I think, than last time around. Either way, they were both like community-made submissions, which is super cool. So someone actually designed this. Whoever did, good job. It looks insane. And we have her element class. This is Earth Thief, which I would have never guessed, and Libra, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But we have some other information as well, so stay tuned. Check this out. So Midnight Gala Lilias, obviously looking amazing. Her and the dog. She's got a glass of something there, obviously alcohol. But Hostess of the Banquet, here's the artifact, guys. At max, it increases effect resist by 40. Now that is interesting to see on a thief, right? When attacking, if the target's health is 50% or more, increases damage dealt. Okay, so this is kind of like a Portrait of the Saviors built in, right? Very strong, obviously. But the increased effect resist could be telling to her overall kit. I know I've been talking with some people. I'm very excited to see that maybe she's going to be potentially an effect resist scaler. Maybe she'll just be able to build a lot of effect resist on her kit, because if you weren't aware, guys, as well, in the current state of the game, debuffs are super strong. Now, entire control comps, they're easily dismantled because we do have available a lot of strong cleansers like Mediator Quark, just to name one. But units sometimes like Conqueror Lilias, like Pirate Captain Flan, like Solitaria. If they're picked very carefully or sneakily, a lot of times they themselves can control the entire field, and sometimes you're only left with units like Edward, which hasn't been amazing. And so I think we do need more units that are very strong against debuffs, and potentially this could be one of them. Now, I wonder if they're going to make her kit address ML Landy as well. Maybe she'll auto-crit on top of that. I know some people have been saying that as well. But yeah, either way, I like effect resist scaling units. I think this could be very powerful, so I can't wait to see her full kit. Smilegate, I wish they would tell us ahead of time, you know, like they used to in the past. Give us a full like week to absorb the information instead of, I feel like they've been revealing it, right guys, like a day or two ahead of the actual release date of the character. Anyways, let's continue on here. But Earth Thief Libra with an effect resist artifact, okay? And remember, she's limited, guys, so hopefully y'all didn't spend too many bookmarks on Brieg. If you watch my Honest Brieg review, I told y'all to save for this upcoming character. I kind of mentioned this already. We have the arena season. Yes, it is Saturday ending. And here's the Kraus skin. Some people were comparing his pose to the Metal Gear Solid character, Ocelot, I think. I'm not sure which one. I just saw a quick meme on Reddit when I was browsing earlier. We have the Guild War Insight season beginning. And one other thing too, guys, some of my guildmates already made a post, but a good friend of mine and the community, Duke Josh, has a survey going around where we talk a lot about just general feedback on what kind of improvements you want in the game. And I know a lot of people have been asking for Guild War this preseason to just end. It is so pointless. Guild Wars have just been kind of stale for the longest time. They haven't gone through any kind of quality of life improvements, changes, nothing like that. And we still have to go through this preseason that no one wants, where we just get less resources, and now it's going to reset again. So this Saturday, Guild Wars is going to reset again, guys. You have to start from the lower ranks of Mystic rewards, and we have to climb up again. I hope Smilegate will listen finally and change this, because I know just a lot of players are kind of burnt out from the whole preseason to season. Plus, give us some new Guild Wars stuff to look forward to. All right, so here's the round mode thing, or yeah, so best of 7 matches added to round mode. Okay. I guess that's cool for people that run a lot of lobbies, maybe tournament organizers. Maybe they added just for the WC, which if you guys have been tuning in, I hope you've been enjoying it. I've been having an absolute blast casting for everybody. Here we go. Other improvements. Master volume control function added. Okay. More quality life, always welcome, right, guys? And here the drop rate up. Remember, for these banners, unless your favorite unit of all time comes up, you want to skip these at all costs. None of these are typically ever limited. I will say one quick thing on Mort. He actually is super good, and his artifacts, right, after the buffs, everything about Mort and his artifact have been becoming better and better, but still, regardless, I think save for Lilias, obviously, and other limiteds first. Just wanted to give you all a quick update that Mort in the current meta actually looking nicer as things progress. Not insane yet by any means, but looking better. Now, this is obviously the one you want to save your bookmarks for, and they did give us the reveal date, or the release date. Okay, so she actually won't be coming out till next week. 1 week from this Thursday, and then she'll have a 2-week banner runtime. Okay, so a little more time to save up, stock up those bookmarks, guys, and potentially we know what her artifact is, right? If that meshes well with her kit and it becomes like a best in slot or a must-have for her, because I don't imagine a lot of other thieves are going to want to run 40% effect resist on, right? Can y'all think of anything? I can't off the top of my head, but I'll look into my my units. But if it's best in slot for her and she ends up being like a meta-defining PvP unit, you're going to want to save up, because remember, these artifacts are hard to get. Okay, well, I think that about wraps this up. Let's go ahead and talk about ML Choux real fast, because I've been getting asked a couple of questions, mainly being, Car, should I pull for like someone on the current banner like Lionheart Sirmia, or should I go for Urban Shadow Choux, which is coming out this week, guys? So here's the long story short, everybody. Anytime we have an unreleased character, even if we know their kit, it's very hard, or I can't give you all a correct answer between, let's use the example of Lionheart Sirmia versus Urban Shadow Choux. Lionheart Sirmia, if you haven't been watching the WC, right, the World Championship, the World Cup, Lionheart has been absolutely insane right now. She just got some buffs. On top of that, she fits very well into the meta, fighting units like Conqueror Lilias and ML Landy, and she's just been on an absolute tear. People have been showing different kind of builds, and she just seems very successful. Urban Shadow Choux, even when we cover her kit real briefly, I do want to save some of this for later for the actual reveal where we do our first impression. I just want to quickly cover this, though. If ML Urban Shadow Choux ends up being insane, Lionheart Surmi is already very good, right? And there's a chance that Urban Shadow Choux, even though her kit looks great, maybe isn't in the best spot for the current meta because she's an injury unit, which I'm going to talk about briefly here. So just wanted to give you all a heads up. I can't tell y'all for sure. I have no clue where Urban Shadow Choux is going to stack up. I do think her kit is actually very overtuned. I just don't know if she's going to be as strong as Lionheart Surmi because LHC answers specific units and specific problems right now and is performing very well. So choose a unit. If you think you like Lionheart Surmi, understand right now you'll definitely get good use out of her and she'll feel very good. Whereas Urban Shadow Choux might not feel that great in RTA or higher level PvP for the moment until people figure things out. Maybe 2, though, she'll be absolutely insane. But then again, you have your Lionheart Surmi who's insane as well. So in my opinion, LHC is the safe play. But overall, just play how you want, guys. I think Choux might end up being very, very strong too. So let's go ahead and talk about her kit right now. Starting with the skill 1, we got Zippity Zap. I'm going to cover this super fast, but this gives a 15% combat readiness. She attacks with a spear, and she'll be getting focus, right? Very similar to normal Choux. And she is an HP scaling unit with a soul burn, increased damage dealt. So pay attention to that. Acquires 1 soul, acquires 1 focus. Now the skill 2, this is where things start to get a little crazy. Increases crit chance by 20%, all right? After Mola, that'll be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I believe 30%, right? That does include that. So she gets free crit, a lot of it. And at the start of the turn, she'll get 1 focus, right? So skill 1 gives 1. At the start of every one of her turns, she gets another focus, 2. And then she'll also granted Buzz. After attacking, inflicts 2,000 fixed damage and injuries on all enemies. That's insane, guys, for like a free passive that she gets at the start of her turn. They're obviously just explaining injury here. The severity of injuries scales proportionally to fixed damage, blah, blah, blah. Just understand it does injury damage. And when focus is full, resets the cooldown of Operation Cream Puff. Okay, so we have the skill 1, we have the skill 2. Let's check out the skill 3, Operation Cream Puff here. Attacks the enemy using adaptable tactics, inflicting injury. So we have more injuries on top of the buzz. Inflict and increases speed of all allies for 2 turns. So we have a AoE, right? Team speed up, which is very, very good. Speed is super powerful. Right now, the meta is very tempo based. You want to be taking a lot of turns, a lot of combat readiness. She will help with that. When focus is full, right? This gives 2 focus. Consumes all focus to recover this caster's health. So she'll get some health back, and a successful attack deals additional damage equivalent to 60% of injuries inflicted on the target. Kind of similar to Death Dealer Raze, right? Where he'll deal damage based on how much injuries are already present. So the gist of Choux's kit, right? No, sorry. Last thing is, this does scale according to HP, and the amount recovered will also scale according to her max health, right? So she's an HP scaling unit with focus. She has that self-buff buzz. She has built-in crit. And this Operation Cream Puff will deal injury, single target, by the way. AoE speed up, injury on a single target, and it will reset itself, right? Let me see here. Where do I see this, guys? I thought I just saw it. When focus is full, maybe it was on the skill 2. Is that where it said it, guys? Yeah, that's right. The skill 2 says, or the passive, when focus is full, resets the cooldown. Okay, so we have the Cream Puff, the skill 3. This will give us, so on our first turn, guys, we get 1 focus. We use Cream Puff, Operation Cream Puff for 3 focus. On our following turn of Choux, we just hit once with the skill 1. We get 1 more focus at 4. We get 1 free focus. We're already reset on the skill 3, and we're doing, I believe that's 1 additional buzz in between, and we can immediately go back into Operation Cream Puff. Keep in mind, this is also with your team being sped up too, so those turns are going to be very, very fast. With her free crit, I imagine you can also put some decent speed on her, and so she's going to feel really nice. Now, the thing that I'm holding back on, where I'm saying I'm not sure how she's going to fall into the meta, is she still is a fixed damage injury unit, HP scaling, so she'll be obviously weak to other other injury units. In general, sometimes injury isn't the best, especially when your opponent is playing very aggressive and has hard to reach units. So she'll work into other tanky units, other standard tanky compositions. But I'm not sure how she's going to operate against the aggressive and especially Cleave. I don't know if she'll do very well there. But regardless, her kit is insane. It's jam-packed. So I just wanted to quickly talk about that in case you guys are wondering on spending your mystics. All right? Either way, we'll save the rest of the talk and discussion for when she's officially out, whenever Smilegate decides to reveal her kit. Smilegate, please reveal it soon because she's already coming out this week. All right, guys, with that being said, I will catch you all next time. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out, everybody.